Now, most people think that Wangsa Maju is dense and busy, but this feels completely different. And what makes it even more interesting, right, is actually one of the very few new landed projects this close to the city. This is really for buyers who want space and privacy without moving too far out. Let me show you why this is becoming so hard to find. So welcome to Puncak Wangsamas, located in Wangsa Maju. So from here you're about 7 to 10 minutes drive to U-Thant and Bessie area and also Jalan Ampang, and roughly 15 minutes if you're heading to KLCC. So Wangsa Maju is one of the most well-established and also highly connected part of Kuala Lumpur. So over time, right, naturally is evolved into one of the most dense and highly populated active neighborhood in KL. But this part here, right, feels completely different. You're on elevated land position, surrounded by a lot of greenery. Behind me, in fact, is Bukit Dinding Forest Reserve. There's a lot of nature trails inside there. And it's also very low in density, only 54 units, my dear friends. More importantly, developments like this are becoming quite rare because new projects nowadays are all high-rise, right? So to find a landed enclave like this close to the city, right, it's not something that you'll see very often. So in this video, I'll walk you through the layout, the environment, and whether or not, right, this actually makes sense for you. So without further ado, let's head inside the home itself. Let's go. Okay, so this is your car park area, and you can easily fit in 4 to 5 cars over here. Land size here are ranging from around 3,000 up to 8,000 square feet, and then the build-up size is around 3,009 to 4,007. And this is also an individual title, not strata. So you have the freedom to design and also extend your build-up size, but of course subject to approval from the developer. By the way, if you find my content beneficial, do consider subscribing as I'll be sharing the hottest property news in Kuala Lumpur every single week. Now let's get back with the tour. And as you can see, right, there's a lot of land at the side and behind as well. That gives you extra privacy, and also there's a good distance between you and your neighbors as well. Right, let's come in. Okay, so as you enter in, this is your main living area over here. What's so special, it also comes with a powder room here as well. Okay, so that when your guests want to use, okay, you can actually use as well. And over here, this is your dining area. So as you can see on my right, this will be the glass sliding doors that will further enhance the indoor and outdoor experience. You can open up to bring in a lot of good amounts of natural air. And one thing I want to point out here as well, this is your private lift. Okay, so a lot of homes nowadays, right, 3-story, they only come with a space, so you have to build your own shaft. Over here, the lift is provided, and best of all, it also comes with see-through glass as well. So at least when there is glass, there's lights going in, you don't feel so claustrophobic. Yeah. And this actually can be built as your dry kitchen. And over here, this is your wet kitchen over here. Okay, so of course there's a door to go out. And this is your maid's room as well over here. This is like this where you do all your washing and everything. And I like it that they even provide a sliding door here as well, so that, a lot of the heavy smelling, when you're cooking, right, a lot of heavy smell does not go to the living area. Now downstairs is actually your basement, but we won't go there because it's very dark. At the moment now, it's still in the process of handing over the homes, right? So the power is not in yet, right? Just to let you know. So let's head upstairs. So downstairs is all the happening, entertaining, is where you entertain your guests. You spend time with your families and all. It's all downstairs, cooking and everything. And upstairs is where the sleeping quarters are located. Come, let's check it out. Okay, so now we are at the first floor here, and right in front of me, it's another living area. You can spend time with your immediate families over here, and you don't need to go all the way downstairs. On my right, this is actually bedroom 1 and 2, and over here, this is the master bedroom. In fact, actually, you can have, I would say the top one is a master bedroom. This one, right, actually you can use it for your elderly, and they don't need to go all the way upstairs, right? They can use this one. And over here, this is also a huge space to put in your walk-in cabinets as well over here. And an ensuite toilet with rain shower and a window as well, to bring in a lot of natural light. Currently, I think more than half of it is already been completed on phase 1, and there's another half is actually phase 2. So phase 1 is all fully sold out, but phase 2 is still available, my dear friends. Okay, so if you look at the layout as a whole, right, the floor actually acts as a transition layer. So ground floor, you have your guests and for daily use or entertaining. On the first floor here, it's more for children and for your elderly parents. And the top floor, right, it's actually your private owner space. And let me tell you, when you go one level higher later, right, you'll see how the privacy becomes even more refined. Let's head up to the top floor. So now this level is where it becomes very intentional. It depends on the layout. In some other layouts, you have 3 bedrooms here. So, but this one, right, is quite special. There's only 2 rooms only, which is right in front of me here. This is actually your, I would say, a study room or a private office. And on my left, this is your master bedroom. And let me tell you, on the top floor, right, you are completely separated from the rest of the house. For large homes, this is important. You know, you don't want the master bedroom to feel like it's next to anything else or it's just ordinary, you know, so it's very specially, it's very separated and very private. Unfortunately, now it's raining. If not, in front of me you can see Bukit Dinding, the forest reserve, and on my left, right, is actually where you can see the KL city centre skyline. I can imagine myself spending my mornings here, having coffee, having breakfast, okay, and just looking out at the greenery, smelling the fresh air. And in front of me, this is also you can put in your walk-in cabinets here. And over here, this is actually your ensuite bathroom that comes with a his and her sink, rain shower, shower screen, and a bathtub as well. So bathroom fittings is by Toto, good quality stuff. Sorry, you see they're still doing painting and some of the things. Okay, big question, who is it for? I would say it's suitable for families who are upgrading from condos or apartments who want more space, multi-generational living where you want your grandparents and parents to stay with you, buyers who prefer privacy and space, and of course living in around greenery. Now, to be fair, of course, if you prefer something more fully gated kind of environment with a lot of facilities, right, or you want your coffee cafes or shopping malls within walking distance, then maybe this might not be for you. So for me, what stands out here is this, you know, it doesn't try to achieve everything. It focuses on a few important things, which is space, privacy, nature, and generally a more quieter way of living in Kuala Lumpur. And by the way, if you're looking for landed properties, bungalows, right, I have a video here. It's actually a huge bungalow, all right, in Setia Eco Park. You can check that out. Otherwise, you know, Kelvin signing out from Puncak Wangsamas. I will see you in the next one.